KLAW Lawton Fort Sill. Direct from the Easy Go Studios in downtown Lawton. Online at KLAW.com.
It's now time for the J&J Burke Home Show on K-Law 101. For the next 30 minutes, you'll hear information that will save you money around your house. With your hosts, Eric Sherem and Jay Burke.
And a pleasant good morning to you, Southwest Oklahoma. Of course, a gorgeous-looking Saturday morning. It's going to heat up. And was that rain last night?
Once again.
But you know what? I was told that I'm not a meteorologist, and I don't play one even on the radio. But the thing is, they say this is an El Nino year. And with that, expect a more wet summer. And, boy, I'll tell you what, if that has not lived up to what we have seen, I mean, usually by this time we don't see a rain cloud till October. Once it starts. And usually you get past that middle part of June, and then get into 4th of July, and we're just hot, and it just stays that way.
Well, usually every piece of grass that's out there is already dead.
It's dead, yeah, I know.
And I look around, driving up and down the roads, thinking the grass looks so beautiful, but everybody's trying to get everything mowed and cleaned up. And I know my yard, gosh, it's every, couple times a week. If you don't keep it mowed and it rains, you're out of control. And so you see people out there almost with sickles trying to knock down some of the yard. And so
my boys who are helping in the lawn department said, would just stop raining. We want this to die out like we've seen the last 2 or 3 years where, you could wait a couple of weeks because, there's nothing you could do. And then we were in the water shortage and you couldn't water your lawn. So it was really what an extreme, As they say, if you don't like Oklahoma weather, just wait a minute, it will change.
Well, we had some, bad news this last couple of days that, the FEMA turned down the flood victims on the east side and on I here in Lawton. And so we have some good stuff that we not good enough to make them whole, but I've never felt so close to people after I met them that how many people were affected. And it just was amazing. And we've never had that kind of flood in some 40-something years. It's really, really sad. But J&J Burke's going to do something a little bit different. We are actually starting a foundation. It's a J&J Burke Gives Back Foundation. And so we'll be coming out with that and and some radio ads and doing some TV stuff to advertise on how you can get some assistance. We're going to start giving back. We've been blessed with my company and my employees bought 100% into this. We're going to give some for every system we sell for the rest of this year. And we don't know, we may go on forever. To make sure that we're helping not just the flood victims, but other things that come up, and things are always happening in our community. But we are going to do a J&J Burke Gives Back Foundation and set that up. Should be up and ready to go here in the next week or so. And then will tell people how they can apply for assistance. So for every system we sell, we'll give X amount of dollars towards that foundation. So I'm pretty proud of that. And my employees are excited because it's something that we're doing that helps people in need. And so we'll have more of that to come out here in the next few weeks.
Now, I know this isn't really part of the overall show, and this is the J&J Burke Home Show, but you mentioned it. Do you know why FEMA? Was it just a numbers thing that we didn't reach the amount of people for federal aid? Because I know I said we got to make sure that everybody got their name in. Was there any real explanation to why, or do they don't have to give a why? It's just you were rejected.
Just all 77 counties in Oklahoma were rejected. And I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know. And it's a shame because there were so many people that are still to this day not living in their homes, living in temporary housing.
Just a couple blocks away from me, they're in their RVs. They got trailers in their parking area, just so they can live on site while they're still working on their project.
Well, and no insurance whatsoever, no flood insurance that was covered, so they have to cover that 100%. There are some SBA loans that are available now for a lower interest SBA loan to help them be able to get some help from the federal government. But I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed.
That's the bureaucracy that comes in the government stuff. Yeah.
It's terrible. But I want to be able to help as many people as we can. And we a lot of them have very young families, as we met some of those folks as we walked around and I was a part of that. And I'm thankful that maybe we can do something to help give back a little bit, and I hope that everybody in the community does that. A lot of people that have come on this show have been very blessed, so I'm going to hit all those folks up to help donate to the foundation, so maybe we can get that really up and running. We've heard some great news about the folks that have been actually coming on. Eric, I know this is something we haven't ever talked about, but we've had a lot of guests come on this show so far. And, I've talked to people the other day. We started getting calls about, Jay, we heard that you'll come and test our house for free. And we'd love to have that test done. I heard it on the radio the other day. And so we scheduled some appointments from that. I know that we had Rain's appliances come on and TVs, and they sold a TV, and as you were telling me, some appliances. And I've talked to everybody that's been on here has had some sort of contact with the people that have listened here on the show. And so I appreciate people listening, and hopefully we're bringing you some good news and some good things that you can do to save yourself some money and to get with good people that do quality work.
Well, this is when you speak good news. This is really good news. It need a drum roll for you. The moment we've been waiting for, and we thought it could be August, but as soon as you ran through the door, I said, got to get the good news. Here it is. PSO is back on track. So tell us the great news, and I'll tell you what, you better get to speed dialing now if you weren't on that list with Jay, because we told you that there could be money coming back from PSO. So tell us about the details.
Yes, we've it starts back Friday, July 15th. So it came back exactly like it was. The rebates are still the same.
So what are the rebates, in case this is the first someone's heard it?
Still up to $5,000.
Okay.
And they're instant rebates again. So it comes directly off your invoice. You don't have to wait on money. You don't have to, as long as you qualify. There's been very, very few that don't qualify, the houses that we go to. We're able to tell you that when we come out to do your assessment, which again is free. We come and assess your house and tell you what you qualify for. So if you've ever thought about upgrading your system, or your system is having issues, or your system is down, some people, we've had systems that had 30 or 40-year-old systems that they're finally able to replace because of the PSO and the CenterPoint rebates, and then now even the rebates from Lennox and the rebates from J&J Burke. We believe some people have saved well up to $7,000 off a system. So it's just to subtract $7,000 off the cost of putting the system in, and that is huge when you're buying a system, and to get your house right and to make sure that you're heating and cooling. And so it's not even just the rebates that are exciting to me, but it's also if we can save you 40 to 60% in utilities, that means a lot. I mean, this is a forever thing. You're not going to all of a sudden stop losing the savings. So we're excited.
Well, the thing is, tell us, and we've always reinstated this as time and time, we don't know how long this program is going to last. The money will be there until it's gone. And then this time around, there's not like, okay, in a couple of months, it will be a next year thing, if that, so I mean, it's not like, if you were on the fence waiting before, then of course, then you're going to take action. And especially if your system is calling out for it, give us the details about, how this will work. Okay, so that sounds exciting. So then you're going to come out, and we've talked about this before. I think the initial fear is that you're automatically going to try to sell them a brand new unit, whether they want to or not. And I think we've been very frank about that, when you come with your free assessment, it may not be a total replacement. So you won't be up for this, but here's the opportunity. So it gives you knowledge and information. That is the key. But if we really want to get started with this, kind of take us through after our phone call with you, what happens from there.
Yeah. Basically, we come out, and I'll come out myself, and we actually do an assessment of what you have. And a lot of times the systems, we've found these. We've had them where the systems are new, 4 or 5 years old, but they say, I've got airflow issues in all my rooms. My unit runs all the time. I've got problems. Something's not right. We go out, we assess it, and we say, you know what, your ductwork, when they put your new system in, XYZ company didn't change the ductwork, didn't seal the returns, didn't do the things how we do the PSO program. And so what we do then is we evaluate how, sometimes it's just duct sealant. It's not duct replacement. It's not a huge expense, and PSO pays for it. I mean, they pay a huge amount of what it costs to get it done. So you pay.
So it's not just for a new system then?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, I mean, that's good clarification, because a lot of times, this rebate is it's kind of like a car thing. If you buy the new car, then you get these rebates. So this is applied for even stuff like this.
Yeah. If you say, hey, if we go out and we say, you need duct work, you need insulation, and your house is leaking because your fireplace is leaking and your doors are leaking, and, we find those things that are wrong, PSO will pay for that. That's, again, you qualify. And so they call it measures. There are different measures. You know, where if you change your unit, that's one measure. If you change your heating and air system, that's a measure. And all our units come with a special high efficiency motor. Well, that's another measure. You have to at least have 3 measures to be able to get in the whole house program. It's usually every house we go to have 5 to 6 measures they qualify for.
Right. Well, because these things weren't addressed. I think I've been educated enough, and I'm not a heat and air guy, but more that I do the program with you, I get educated about how it was done 20 years ago. They didn't pay attention to half of this stuff. And I think because we have new people come in and all the time listening to the program, and we enjoy that here at J&J Burke Home Show each and every Saturday mornings from 9 until 9:30. But tell us what PSOs, why are they involved in this? Because I think it's educational to know, too, what's the catch? What's the bottom line? Why they're doing this to the goodness of their heart? Well, it comes back to efficiency because it talks about them not having to spend the exuberant amount of money for new plants or more grids because the electricity usage just keeps going up. So that's that kind of in layman's terms of kind of why they're involved in this program?
Absolutely. Because, Eric, what their goal was, the Corporation Commission came and said, with Oklahoma, with Southwest Oklahoma, a lot of influx of houses and people moving here and the growth we've had in Southwest Oklahoma, at some point we're going to need a new power grid. And it's billions. It's not millions. It's billions to build one. And so who pays for that? We do. Each one of us pays for that. And we pay through our utility bills, no matter whether it's CenterPoint or it's electric, but everybody pays for, and so the Corporation Commission oversees utility rates in the state of Oklahoma. They went to all the utilities and they said, help us figure out a way to save 25%. Just 25%. Help us save 25%. Let's do it in residential houses and in commercial properties. So it's not just homes, but it's also commercial property. And so they said, okay, let's get started. Well, they came up with this plan, and now they're saving well over 30%.
Wow!
On that grid,
with this program.
Just with this program, and they're been so excited because it's so much more than what they even thought it could be. It was like, okay, we're going to save this money, and they thought, wow, we're really saving. We're getting somewhere in the upper 30s in the percentages saved, and we're excited to be a part of it because whenever we fix a house, I've never heard people say before. I mean, people have always said, oh, I like my new unit. It's quiet. It's more efficient. It saved me some money, But when you seal the ductwork or you replace the ductwork or you add insulation, which is a huge, huge thing, you do these things, and we're going to give you a home evaluation by a third-party tester that's going to come in and say, here's what you had before. When Jay got finished with the work, here's what you have after. And they're gonna. I mean, I've seen them where they've saved $1,500 a year in utilities, and that's a forever thing. That's just the rebate. Yeah, came off, and yeah, you saved the money there, but no longer are you paying $1,500 a year for utilities. I tell people all the time, you can go on a vacation. This is something that you can do. I mean, the highest we've seen was we had somebody save almost $1,700, and the average is about $1,000.
And what was their main issue? I mean,
their ductwork was shambles, and all their heat and air was leaking in their attic. And
right.
And when we got,
you're trying to cool down an attic that's 100 degrees, and you're never going to win. Yeah,
and you're pulling hot air through walls and through chases, and you're just beating yourself in the head with a stick because you never have it sealed up. You only want to heat and cool the air in your home, not in your attic, not in your walls, not underneath your house.
And this is what Mom says, I'm not trying to cool the outside.
That's
I'm not trying to heat the outside, so close the door. I mean, these are little things that Mom used to tell us, as far as, turn the light off when you're not in the bedroom, stuff like that.
When you go out the door, stay out the door,
Don't stand there and talk.
You do not. You get outside and you go play, when we were kids. And it was a big thing back in the day because utilities were expensive. And now they still are. They still go up, 1%, 2%, 3% a year. And so you're going to say, even what you're saving today, what is it going to be like in 5 to 10 years? Where's that utility bill going to be? And so most people, we've never had a customer call back and say, wow, I wasn't pleased with this. Mm-hmm. This has been, and it's done right. And there are very few companies that do it. We happen to be the partner of the year for 2014, 2015. We plan on being the partner for 2016. Mm-hmm. We've done well over 150 projects so far. We plan on trying to hit at least the 300 mark by the end of this year. At least that many. So we have a list already of people that said, Jay, what do we do? And I said, well, here's what we're going to have to do.
How many is on that list? Because now I'm curious.
16 systems so far.
Okay.
That are just in
They're waiting
in town.
for as soon as it goes, you're ready. Okay.
I've already let them know Friday, get ready to start testing because I've got 16 houses that are ready and and that are pre-sold and ready for the program. So all we told people was if you want to wait, we believe this is when it comes back, this is what we can help you with. It could change, but as far as we know as of today, everything will be the same. I spoke with PSO again yesterday. So they're excited that it's going to come back and get started again. We don't know. The money may last 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. It may last 3 months. Mm-hmm. If you remember in January when the money came out, we started about mid-January when the money was available, and we were out of money in April. And that was half of it. So I can guarantee you, and it's the hot part of the season, that this money will probably last a couple, 2 or 3 months max, and then it'll be totally out of money again. So if you have ever considered, this is maybe something I need to think about. It's I always say with budget cuts and things that the state are doing, that because they're the ones funding this through the Corporation Commission, if there's ways that you think that this might be something that would interest you, let us come look. There's no fee to come look. There's no, you're under no obligation whatsoever. Let me come look, tell you what you can save. And we've had people the last couple of days call and say, is the PSO money back yet? And we were able to say the 15th. And it starts back the 15th. Now, why they started on a Friday, I don't know, because my life's going to be crazy next Friday. but
they're not too concerned about that.
No, that's Jay's problem. You're right. And so
15th is the middle of the month.
That's
just
right.
Easy math.
Just do it on the 15th. Right. We won't start on the 18th, just the 15th. So my guys are like, what do we do on the 15th? And we've already been busy, doing a lot of jobs for people. And a lot of people didn't, there was no money available, so they just had to go ahead and change their systems. And it made them sick. And most of them that we go out and do the test, they still do their job. They still do the work because they realize my ductwork is bad. My stuff is bad. Right. And so they go ahead and do it anyway.
And that's going to save them anyway.
Yeah.
So.
And they're like, I'm doing it, but gosh, it would have been nice to have that $5,000 from PSO.
Right.
And I mean, right now the average, if duct replacements needed, is somewhere around $3,300 to $3,500. That's just the average.
Wow.
And when people say, now, okay, what's the catch? They always want to know what a catch. I think we're all,
I mean, Jay, we've been raised with there is nothing for free.
Yeah.
I mean, just be prepared for it. I mean, we're just buyer beware on everything. I mean, we have people that put ads in there, and we have to be extra cautious about really what. I mean, now we have agencies that track your vehicles. They're talking about, the flood stuff. AAA is trying to say, hey, some people that want to recoup that, and they kind of minimally fix it. It's not totally fixed. And I'm not trying to say that there are a lot of people out there that do that, but there still are. Yeah. And these stories exist. So that's why we become more cynical, a little more skeptical, and, okay, what just like, and that's why I think it's important to know that this third party exists, that it's not just Jay coming in and say, oh, yeah, this is what you need and this is what they'll pay. You got someone that has nothing to do with either entity to come in and say, to either validate exactly what you said or change that, and then they come back after you get the work done to make sure that that's exactly what was done.
Exactly. So it is
a program. It's not just Jay comes out and waves his magic wand, and there are some other involved entities in it, and there should be, I think.
Well, back in the day when they first started the program, and they were just telling me this in a meeting not too long ago. They had everybody and their dog was doing the PSO program. They went back and did testing and realized, we made a mistake. We're not saving the amount of money we wanted to save because
they're not doing it right.
We had, landscape people doing insulation and stuff they've never done before and trying to get, rebates for people. And people thought they were doing the right thing. This guy's listed as one of the people that does it. Now you see it's down to the few companies that do it. I went on their website the other day, and you can go to the PSO website. It's the Power Forward website, and look at how many jobs that we've done. It actually gives you the list of jobs that we've done, the numbers, and we're happy that we're at the very top of the page again. And but also at the same time that you see other companies that are even listed that have done zero. It's kind of like going to have brain surgery. You don't go to a surgeon that this is his first surgery. I'm not. I want to go to a guy that's got a little bit of experience. This is.
And we asked that, how many surgeries have you done?
Yeah.
I've talked to Jim, man. He had this done.
Yeah. If I mess up, it's not quite that drastic, but the whole point is that, you want to find a company that does it and does it all the time and is proficient at it. And you're going to get the best bang for your buck. And then we're doing some in Comanche. We've done a couple this week in Comanche. We've done some in Duncan. We've been we've gone to Altus. We have been just all over Southwest Oklahoma. So we're very, very pleased with the people that have called us and said, and the referrals to us to me, that's the most important part. I can do radio shows. I can do advertising, which I do, and you guys get all my money. And I broke all the time now, and we do TV and we do all these other things. But to me, I always tell my staff this, word of mouth is the best thing.
Sure.
I can't pay enough money for that. And so we've been very, very lucky. Lennox actually keeps when we sell a system, Lennox sends out a survey to our customers. And we have a 99% approval rating from all the customers that we put systems in for that fill out those forms. They fill it out and they're in for a $500 giveaway they give away each month to a customer that sends in a survey. And so these surveys are done online, and the customers, we love to read what our customer has to say about us. So they're on our website as well. And again, our website has changed. So people, have been a little bit lost, and we've been a little bit lost, but go to JJBurkAir.com and you can get on our website. You can look at those testimonials of what people are saying about the program, what people are saying about what we've been able to help them do and how much money they've saved. I can't buy that kind of advertising.
Give us your phone number, too.
354-0330. If you're outside of Lawton, you can call 1-800-AIR Repair.
Okay, and the new JJBurkAir.com, if you want to just go and peruse that, and that's a great opportunity. We're going to take a quick break and then come back. But, PSO program's back on Friday the 15th. We want to make sure that we've called Jay and make sure that he's come out this week to kind of know where I'm at. So we'll do that. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, Jay Burke here from J&J Burke Heating and Air. At J&J Burke, we've been helping you save money and have a more energy-efficient home with the Power Forward rebate program. Now, we can help you save even more. At J&J Burke, we've added rebates from CenterPoint Energy. Now, the combination of rebates from PSO and CenterPoint Energy could save you thousands on the purchase of the most energy-efficient heating and cooling systems available. If your energy bills are too high, and whose aren't, call J&J Burke and use the new PSO and CenterPoint Energy combined rebate program. J&J Burke is a 2014 PSO Partner of the Year for the entire state of Oklahoma. We are the best at getting you the rebates. So call us at 1-800-AIR-REPAIR or find us online at jjburk.com and learn how J&J Burke, PSO, and CenterPoint Energy can save you even more money now. I'm Jay Burke, and you can count on my company because you can count on me. Hi, I'm Jay Burke from J&J Burke Heating and Air. At J&J Burke, we just combined the rebates from PSO and CenterPoint Energy to save you thousands on the most energy-efficient systems available. J&J Burke is a 2014 PSO Partner of the Year for the entire state of Oklahoma. We are the best at getting you the rebates. So call us at 1-800-AIR-REPAIR or go to jjburk.com and learn how you could save thousands today. I'm Jay Burke, and you can count on my company because you can count on me.
All right, the J&J Burke Home Show each and every Saturday morning from 9 until 9:30. Of course, go to jjburkair.com for all of your sourced information that we've been talking about, or you can call
1-800-AIR-REPAIR. One of the things, too, that I wanted to mention that we haven't is that we have a page that's set up that has all of the shows that we've done so far. And a lot of people ask, because they're on YouTube, they're on other places that you can look up our shows at jjburkair.com. But the home show, JJ Burke Home Show. But I will tell you, if you've missed something and you think, hey, I remember they talked about appliances with Rains, or they talked about PSO, or they talked about CenterPoint people
Brady's,
are in
Comanche Home Center,
yes.
and Electric. I mean, we just
yes. So any of you can go back and listen to that show again, and say, let me listen to that again, and how do I contact these people? Or you can call my office, and we're happy to give you those numbers. But we're excited that we're able to archive those so that people can actually listen to those later on, because we know that people have busy lives, and sometimes it takes just, well, what was that company again, and who did Jay recommend? And we don't just recommend anyone. I promise you, these are people that we do business with on a daily basis. These are people that we know. These are people that we've dealt with before. These are reputable local Lawton companies. And I always tell people, buy Lawton, buy Lawton, and not just because, it's just the right thing to do. We always want Lawton to be a better place to live. And so how are we going to do that? We're going to buy Lawton. So I always tell my friends, don't go to Wichita Falls and buy Bed Bath & Beyond. Stay in Lawton, Oklahoma at Bed Bath & Beyond and buy what's here. Go shop here, shop local. So, and find local people that do. And we've got some great local small businesses, Eric, that do great work here. I've been here for 50 plus years. We've heard that already on the show with Johnson's Electric and Rains and so many other things that people that have came here and talked to us. But one of the things I wanted to say was you can go to info@jjburkair.com and go to the info page. And if there's something that you want to hear us talk about, hey, this is something I'm having issues with. I want to talk about blank, to do with my home. Mm-hmm. Send us in that message, because I'd love to get somebody that we would recommend to come on the show and talk about that. And sometimes we don't always think of every single thing. I know we brainstorm about who do we want on the show, and we've got a lot of people scheduled already to be on the show. But if you have something that you think we haven't talked about or haven't thought about to do with, it doesn't have to be about heating and air. It can be about anything to do with your home. We would be more than happy to find that professional, to bring them in and to have that talk.
Now, with the busyness, the PSO's program's back on track, going to start on Friday. I think there is employment opportunities, and you're still looking for one more that you can call your own and be a part of the team. So tell us a little bit about it and what they need to do.
Absolutely. We're looking for customer service representatives, people that answer the phone, set up appointments, things like that. We're looking for somebody that we can hire right away. So we're looking for somebody, hopefully in this next week, to get somebody else employed. The phones are ringing off the hook. So we and
you want someone to answer it.
We will, yeah. We don't want to miss any.
Right.
So this is our time of year, and so we really need that help. And we want to bring on somebody that wants this to become a career, that they can get into the job. It's full benefits.
Wow.
So just come and apply. Talk to us.
Come in person. No phone calls,
please. Yes, yes. And if you have a resume, bring that. You can go online and actually apply online if you like. And go to the info at JJBurkAir.com, and you can actually get your application in and let us know that you're interested. And then we'll schedule an appointment where you can come in and speak with me about hopefully becoming part of our team.
Very good. All right. The good news is that PSO's program is back on track after we talked about this in the beginning of the year, and then that went out, and we said it was going to go away. It come back in July, could come back in August. So it is mid-July, and it was what Jay forecasts. It's not going to last long, maybe a couple of months, could be a couple of weeks. I mean, don't hold us to say, well, I thought you said this was going to last 3 months. We don't know. I mean, we have no control over that. It's all allocated out as far how many of these jobs, as we know, this is the summer months, and this is what most people are being looked at as their units, because the wear and tear from the sun and the heat just puts a lot of stress and pressure on them. So you'll get to see what you're made of this year.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you right now, the biggest thing that's really hurting people is the high humidity, which we're not used to here.
Yes.
We're used to the heat. We're used to it being 100 plus, but now we've got 100 plus 70 or 80% humidity, and people are saying, I'm dying in here.
Yeah.
And it is miserable if you have a home that your unit doesn't take care of the humidity. And so we can fix it. I promise you we can fix it so you'll be comfortable. But we have to come out and take a look first. And again, that is 100% free. We don't, we're not going to come out. I'm not a high pressure salesperson. I'm not going to come out to your house and browbeat you into buying the $20,000 system. That's not what we do. We're going to come out. We're going to find something that fits in your budget, and we're going to work with you to help make that happen. We have financing available. Starts at 4.9% APR. They'll go up to 120 months. Some people that get it financed are only paying $80 a month to get a new system, and they're saving that in utilities. So it's usually a plus. Instead of paying that $350 electric bill in the middle of summer, those people are cutting them down to $100 to $150. So it's helped them immensely.
It's nice.
Yeah. So we do have ways to help you. You don't have to have cash. we do have financing available, and we'll help you get financed. That's our job, but we're going to be there to help you through the whole process. You have no paperwork to fill out with PSO that you have to worry, oh gosh, I got to fill out a mile of paperwork and do something. Or CenterPoint the same way. Everything is an instant rebate, so it comes directly off the invoice. We handle the paperwork.
All right, phone number and address, web address one more time.
It's JJBurkAir.com. Please check it out because, like I say, it's new. So JJBurkAir.com. And also 1-800-AIR-REPAIR or 354-0330.
All right, Jay, we appreciate it. We'll do it again next Saturday.
Absolutely.
The J&J Burke Home Show each and every Saturday morning from 9 until 9:30 right here on KLO 101. Have a great and safe weekend.
It's going to be beautiful outside.
Hi, I'm Jay Burke from J&J Burke Heating and Air. At J&J Burke, we just combined the rebates from PSO and CenterPoint Energy to